So, how did you both get involved with this to start with, and what was it that appealed to you about this?
Our love for alligators.
And
We're
water
part of
and
like a
confined
forum
spaces.
discussion of alligators, and
You'd done quite a lot of sort of horror films earlier on in your career, which you'd sort of moved away from a little bit more in recent years. Was there kind of a conscious desire to go back to doing something?
yes, exactly. I mean, like I wanted to go back to doing Piranha, having a lot of fun doing it, and doing Horns and Nine Lives of Louis Drax. I really, kind of miss the fear, the suspense, and I was looking for a script, and I received Kroll, and in fact, it's not even the script; it's the actual log line that got me. The story of this woman saving her dad in a hurricane category 5 in Florida in a flooded zone infested with alligators. That was just exactly perfect for me. And yeah, you fall in love with the story, and then there's nothing else you can do. And I managed to convince, Kaya to come join this crazy adventure.
And from an actor's point of view, I mean, am I right in saying this is the first kind of full-on horror film you've done?
Yeah, definitely.
Was that something that appealed?
It was. I mean, what appealed first and foremost was the character. Like, that's what I look for in any script, and then I take into account the creative and the genre and all the rest of it. I really loved Hayley. It was one of the most feminist scripts I've read in 12 years. I'm no one's girlfriend. I don't have to kiss anybody. I'm not randomly in my underwear for no reason. It's just the story of this athlete, this person who's at the top of her game, but is missing something, who's then put into this intense situation that only she could get out of. I loved that. It made me feel excited for her. Working with Alex was a huge part of it as well. When you get to be with a creative team that know exactly what they're doing and are the best in the business at what they do, that's a dream for an actor. I love being directed. I really do. I love the collaboration between director and actor. And knowing that it was someone that knew how to build tension, how to teach me to, because I'd never done horror before. And there were amazing moments where Alex would come over and be like, your breath needs to be slower, or we're not at that level of tension right now. And he would remind me how to gauge it, and that was fascinating for me because it's all in the space of a day, right? It's like a whole day.
Yeah.
And so he really kind of guided me in the best way.
It looks like a grueling shoot.
It's hell.
What was the toughest day on set?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Up to 40, yeah. I mean, the character goes through that nightmare over one day. The shoot was 40 days. So.
40 days.
I feel like the first 2 weeks in the crawl space were really brutal because
The
you
crawl
literally had
space.
to crawl into set.
Yeah, like going in the pit. Yeah, like it was really,
Everyone
really
hit their heads and cut themselves, and yeah.
Sam Raimi was co-producing it. Was he kind of involved on a day-to-day basis, or not so much?
He was re-involved in the development, and he came on set once. But Sam is the kind of producer that you dream to have as a director, as he's someone who's here to help you defend your vision. And if everything goes fine, great. But he's here if you need help. And he's not here to hone and change, and so it was a great collaboration. He was very involved in the editing as well to try to find that balance between the drama and the suspense, the pace of the movie.
Yeah, it's quite lean at an hour and a half. There's you feel like there's nothing that doesn't need to be there. The alligators themselves, how much of that is practical effects? Is there CGI involved?
It's fully CGI. I mean, there is maybe 4 or 5 shots where you use prosthetics, but everything is CGI. I mean, we couldn't get any animatronics to match the real alligators. I didn't want to make a monster movie. I wanted to make a movie where they are the way they are in real life, which is very scary, to start with. And CG today, after all the Jurassic World and stuff, is spectacular what they can do.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Don't move, hold on. Come here, Pete. Need your coffee? Pete, you hear that?
Having done this kind of moved into horror, is it something you'd like to do more of? Kind of?
Yeah, I mean, I love telling stories, and this was a great story to tell, and with the people that could make it the best it could be. That's what it's about for me. But I do definitely have like a newfound love for it now, an understanding of why we as humans want to pump ourselves up to that point and immerse ourselves in something that feels, you know, so unrealistic, but at the same time you have a natural fear of, that it may one day happen to you, that you put yourself in that situation. I love the discussion that horror brings up, that, well, I would have done this differently, and why didn't you do that? Like, every movie should be an experience with people, right? I feel like you should come out of it and thinking something. And with this, I think there's absolutely no way you can come out of it not feeling or thinking something.
Yeah, it's an edge of your seat thing. I have to say, as scared as I was for Hayley all the way through it, the
The
character
dog.
I was most scared of was the dog.
I know, me too. I still worry about the dog.
I read somewhere there were a couple of different versions of the script where the dog maybe met a slightly different fate. There was a point where I was worried.
Good.
Is that right? Were there different kind of versions?
No, we talk about it. You know, when you write a script, everything is possible. Like even not only with the dog, but with the main character as well. And it's interesting when you kind of decide of the fate of some people that still are just character on paper, and then when they become real, and you know, it's always interesting. And I think we did the right choice, definitely.
I'm not leaving you here.